All right, Richard. Listen, I want to tell you...
No. Thank you, ma'am. Until tomorrow.
What? Tomorrow?
Book tour, day 6. Cedar Rapids, here we come.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I hate politics.
Cracks down on what kind of crime each day. His skills assure us no taxpayer dollars.
Welcome back to Rock Hard Caucus.
Beautiful fade out. I don't know why I didn't notice it before, but it has like MIDI guitars in there. Like, man, Rob Sand's got to increase production values on his his cover song commissions.
Pretty junky instrumental, yeah. Well, that was back in, I think, his 2018 race. I think that's when he was first going for auditor, is when that was produced. So he didn't quite have... Oh, wait, no, he did. He did have millions of dollars from his wife's family, so...
That's true, yeah.
All right, we're doing it again. Rock Hard Caucus, part 25 of our ongoing Rob Sand Bitch Fest. But before we get to that, I thought we should start with this this tweet that I saw yesterday. It's actually 2 tweets. It's an exchange between my representative in the U.S. House and my former representative in the U.S. House. Maybe we could trade off. Which character would you like to play, Evan?
I guess I can be Dr. Miller Meeks.
Okay. And then I will be playing the role of Dave Loebsack.
Okay. I must not be a fake sleazy politician like Rob Sand IA, because I stopped at Casey's this morning and got bacon breakfast pizza, but instead of posting a photo, I ate it.
You truly are one nasty person, and a hypocrite to boot. Look at your own feed. OMG.
Look at your own feed. Look at what comes out of your mouth, you nasty person.
She can't look at her own feed. She already ate the slice, Dave.
Yeah. Look at your trough.
Don't look at your own feed bag. Keep it going. Chomp it down. Yeah, that's kind of all I see from Dave Loebsack anymore is just angry replies to Miller, Meeks, and Hinson on Twitter. So he retired so that he could do this.
Yeah. I mean, it's not much more or any more effective than what he was doing when he was in Congress.
Yeah. I wonder, so when I saw this, I was like, do you think he feels any guilt? Because if he had continued running for re-election after re-election, I don't know that Miller Meeks would be in office right now. Like, she won in 2020, right? I think that's when she rose to she finally won an election. And I think if he had stayed in with the incumbent advantage, maybe he could have overcome the 6 vote margin that Miller Meeks won with in 2020.
Probably. I mean, he's only 72 years old. I mean, that's like pretty young for a congressperson, right?
Yeah. I mean, if he and clearly he's still got his full cognitive faculties. I mean, look at that just savage own he posted right there.
Yeah. Right.
I wonder if we're going to see more of these attacks on Rob Sand. Jeff Kaufman, the state GOP chair, also tweeted something about him a couple days ago about how he's a surface level phony or something.
Sounds kind of true.
Well, yeah.
Maybe not the best messenger for that, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, I feel like it's going to get pretty heated.
Yeah. Well, I think that they see him as a threat.
They do. Yeah, they should.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, I don't think he's got a good chance, but he has a chance.
The more I think about it, like he could win.
He could win. Yeah.
I think we've said it before on the show.
We've been downplaying it, but yeah, it's possible.
Well,
with that,
why have I been thinking about it? I actually saw him in person the other night. Rob Sand is currently on his every county, the 99 county town hall tour, and he stopped in Johnson County on Thursday this week. Visited Field Day, which is a brewery in North Liberty, And I was there. I wore the awful T-shirt that our friend Aaron purchased for me.
Yeah.
The not redder or bluer, but better or truer with the AI looking man.
Yeah.
Cartoon.
Undercover Rob Sand supporter, Justin.
Yeah. I was the only
Wearing
person
your
wearing
costume.
that shirt. No, it seems like maybe that's not selling super well.
Yeah.
that T-shirt design. I can't imagine why. It's so appealing.
Yeah. I don't know. All those resources and I don't know. The whole like shaking hand logo, the high vis, like I don't know, man. Spend your money better.
Mm-hmm,
That's what I think.
We'll be talking more about the money, I'm sure, as we continue discussing this event. I did not take notes as the event was going on. I was trying to stay engaged. I made eye contact with him a couple times. All right, yeah, let's talk about that.
Did he? Was there a glimpse of recognition in his eyes? Was he like, I know
I'm
this
not
guy?
Sure. I'm not sure. His comms person who like does know us for sure was not at the event, so I didn't talk to him or anything. But so let me talk about the setup here. It's in this brewery, right? It's a restaurant. It's got big old TVs and stuff. He had a wireless mic, and he was walking all around the room. It was a packed house.
Like a televangelist, or like a pastor, like a big super church pastor.
Kind of, except that there's not like a stage. He's just like in the mix with everyone. He's in the crowd, in the middle of us, walking around the crowd a little bit. So he's embedded, you know? And as you do when you're trying to be an engaging public speaker, you kind of like look at individuals, right? For a moment at a time. You address a single person with this sentence. You switch over to this person, you know? And I was standing near the press, pretty close to him. And at one point, I think we made eye contact twice, but I remember the first time very vividly because I don't remember what he was saying. I kind of got lost in his eyes. But he was like, you know how a politician will be like asking questions about something that seems super unfair about our system or our society, and they'll be like, that's not right, is it? Or something like that, you know? And they expect a response, like nods and something like that. No, you know, from the crowd. He was doing something like that. His eyes met mine, and I just immediately went into like staring contest mode. I was like trying to assert my dominance. But so was he. So we were locked in eye contact for at least 5 seconds. It felt longer, but I'm guessing it was like 5 seconds.
Wow.
And I like didn't move my head at all. I didn't respond to what he was saying. Just eyes locked. It was really strange. On my part, I was being strange. So yeah, I do wonder what he thought in that moment, because I felt pretty weird. All right. Anyway, like I said, I wasn't taking notes, so I'm gonna read an article, and I'll see if I remember, if that jogs memories for me. But Brianne Pfaffenstiel of the Des Moines Register was there, and this is her piece. In deep blue Johnson County, Rob Sand attacks school vouchers, tackles transgender rights.
Whoa, don't do that, man.
Yeah.
Tackles transgender rights.
She's not wrong. He kind of did do that.
Oh, just in time for football season too. I mean, that's
Yes.
another pro pander move.
Speaking of football season, actually, you know what? I did take a couple videos at the event, and I'm going to play one for you now, Evan. This is not this video, but this one here.
We're not sorry.
Let me give some context, and sorry for that awful screeching sound that begins this video. Again, we're in this brewery, right? Huge TVs. This is right near the beginning. He said something like, hey, if you were just coming here for dinner, you know, like not knowing that this huge political event was happening, and then suddenly 100 people show up and surround you while you're trying to eat, that would suck, right? But this is what Rob said.
We're not sorry.
We're not sorry.
This is probably your worst nightmare. You thought you were going to go to the brewery and watch the Eagles game.
The Eagles game. Were the Eagles playing on Thursday? You would know this.
They were, yes.
Okay. Now this is an audio podcast, but watch what I do with the camera here.
But you're not. You're going to have to listen to people talk.
Yeah, there's a basketball game going on, and like soccer.
Yeah,
I can't quite tell.
He said, "You thought you were going to come here to watch the Eagles game," so I quickly moved my phone camera over to the TVs, which were playing basketball and soccer.
Yeah, what time was this event?
This would have been 5. What time was I there? I think 5:30, maybe 6:30.
So like
football wouldn't have started yet, right?
No, it wouldn't have been till like I don't know, like 7:30. I don't remember. I don't watch that shit, but I just know it happens.
That's right.
I mean, the Cyhawk game was this week, so I feel like that's. I'm sure that came up at some point. He's definitely.
They probably did one. Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah. Yeah, not something you're interested in.
Democratic gubernatorial candidate Rob Sand fielded questions on mental health care, education, and transgender rights at a campaign stop here as he barnstorms the state in pursuit of the governor's office. A few hundred people gathered at Field Day Brewing in North Liberty near Iowa City to hear Sand, the current state auditor, speak. He said one of his top priorities if elected would be a focus on public education. I'm disgusted by the invitation to waste, fraud, and abuse that is the school vouchers law that passed in this state. Have you heard that phrase before? Waste, fraud, and abuse? He says that a lot, right? Depending on how far we get today, you might hear that phrase from another politician. Is that something that a lot of people say, waste, fraud, and abuse in that order as like a slogan?
Not that I know of. It's a very, I've heard Rob Sand say that so many times that I definitely just associate it with him.
Yeah.
Taxpayer watchdog over here.
Okay, so yeah, Brianne Pfaffenstiel of the Des Moines Register is saying that Rob presented public education as one of his top priorities. That was not my takeaway when it comes to what his priorities are, because he started this whole thing with a pretty substantial spiel on like open primaries. He has this fixation with like the unfairness of the two-party system. You know, we've encountered this with him over and over. And it's just so, it seems insincere and weird. I don't know a better way to put it. It's like, why do you care so much about this while you're running as a Democrat?
Because he's an uber centrist, and like that kind of system encourages people to choose the most middle of the road candidates, I think. I mean, that's my guess. Maybe,
yeah. But yeah, he just goes. It doesn't feel like a strong opener, but it was kind of like the first main thing he discussed with the crowd was like, we have these primaries and you have to register to a party to participate. That's not fair to independents, is it? And everyone in the room is like, I guess. Like, it didn't seem like he was getting a strong reaction. It seems like he was the one in the room who cared the most about this by far.
Yeah.
And he, of course, I think he's doing this at every event, but he does like a show of hands. Who in here is a registered Republican? And then he makes everyone clap for them.
That's perverse.
Yeah, it's like I'm not congratulating them. Here we go. Okay. So the school choice thing. We should keep reading Brianne's piece. Sand told reporters that if he's elected, he would work to create an income cap to ensure those who need the assistance are the ones receiving it. And here's a quote from him. Right now, the vast majority of this money is going to families that already can afford it anyway, and I cannot think of a more wasteful use of money than paying someone to do something that they would do anyways if you weren't paying them. This is a pet peeve of mine. Anyways. If you say that as an adult. But this is what he's presenting as a big focus on public education is the school voucher system, which fundamentally is removing money from the public school system and giving it to private schools. What if I put a limit on that?
Yeah. We need to means test the vouchers.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's not a very pro public education stance, if you ask me, is to basically rewind the school voucher thing to where it was 2 years ago. Because it did have the cap that then went away.
Yes, yeah. maybe an example of triangulation.
Yeah, exactly. Like, maybe if you care about public schools, you should eliminate this altogether. Like, a more radical approach would be banning private schools entirely.
Yeah. I mean, he's like, yeah, we all know that private schools are better than public schools.
Yes.
Like, come on, man.
Sand decried the program further, saying it lacks oversight. If those schools don't want public oversight, Sand said, don't give them public money. Now that I agree with, of course, but again, it's not going far enough. Don't give them public money at all. That's the answer. All right, and you knew this was going to come up because this is how we started the campaign, was agreeing with a right-wing radio host when it comes to trans girls in sports. In the heart of deep blue Johnson County, which is known for a more progressive brand of politics, Sand's message of unity and moderation still appeared to resonate with many of the attendees, who cheered and applauded his answers. The crowd, which spanned multiple generations, greeted Sand warmly, laughing at his jokes and clapping throughout his question and answer session. But a point of tension arose over transgender rights.
Oh my God.
See, these social justice warriors, they're just trying to ruin our good time. We were all laughing warmly and applauding, and you had to bring up the one thing that he is evil about.
I have to ask, how was the America the Beautiful? Was it a good rendition, or was it a...
Yeah, let's do that now as well. Because I recorded that part. All right. This is another thing he seems to do at all of his campaign stops, is make the crowd sing to him. I believe this came after the point where he was like having people raise hands based on their party affiliations. And he was, talking about how like, it's so hard for us to talk to each other. We're all just so mad all the time. And what if we sing a patriotic song together? That'll be a nice healing moment. We'll all feel like we're on the same side. The room is, of course, 99% registered Democrats already. Okay, so here's that song. Here's how it began.
If anybody else can pick a note and hit it, and we will all jump in.
He said right before this, I'm not going to lead you in the song. So the man holding the mic, making us all sing, doesn't have the confidence to begin the song that he knows and has been singing for the whole tour.
It's an interesting way to approach it.
And he won't even give us the starting pitch. He doesn't know how to do this. All right? Don't plan a big musical moment in all of your shows if you don't at least just have a note that you can hum. You can't sing one pitch into the microphone, you coward.
He's just trying to warm up the crowd. It's like a stand-up comedy, kind of trick.
Maybe,
start out with the crowd work.
Sure, I can see how getting everybody to sing, but you got to start it more confidently. You can't expect that someone out there is going to take charge and sing the note for you. You have to at least be able to give the starting pitch. All right, but here we go. You see that tepid...
Oh, yeah, I see. There's a lady who was like, this is awkward.
Yeah, you can see people's faces. And I zoom in the camera to show that he's holding the microphone down at his waist. God forbid we hear any of his singing voice.
That's an interesting mic grip there.
What's so interesting about it? I've got it paused. What do you think, Evan?
He's holding it, directly in front of his crotch. It's kind of phallic.
It definitely is. Yeah, and the mic itself, I don't know if they brought their own or if this belongs to Field Day in North Liberty, but the mic itself has a bit of a phallic shape to it.
It does, yeah.
If you think broadly, pretty much every microphone has a phallic shape to it. But the tip of it is slightly larger than the shaft of the mic,
Yeah. Is he trying to capture the room audio, or I don't know. It's like a directional mic. It's probably not going to get much.
Yeah, I don't know. It's strange. He's scared. He doesn't want anyone to hear him singing. And that does not inspire confidence in me. If you think that you can lead this state, you can't even lead one room. in America the Beautiful.
This is our main complaint.
Yeah. There's a guy looking down over there.
Wow.
And he stuck the mic in his armpit so he could clap right there. That's a little weird, too. Okay. A point of tension arose over transgender rights. That's where we were. Elizabeth Kaler, a 23-year-old Iowa City resident and graduate student, asked Sand what he would do about the repeal of civil rights protections for transgender Iowans. Sand said he believes it was wrong to remove those protections.
Wow. You hopped
you
over
so
that
much.
bar on the ground.
But that's never how you want the next sentence to begin after that, right?
No.
But he cautioned that even if he's elected, I'm going to be working with the same legislature that repealed those rights and would likely be unable to restore them unilaterally. But he said he could use his position to help guard against future encroachments on trans rights. And here's a quote. We can have somebody in the governor's office who, the next time some stupid culture war bill comes up, they can veto it. And I would be so proud to do that. So take all that. And what does that mean? What would he do about the removal of civil rights protections from transgender Iowans that has already happened? I believe the answer then is nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, that they won't be able to do it again if I'm the governor. Well, that doesn't do much when it already happened.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I found another quote from the Gazette where he says, if someone comes here and says to you that they're gonna unilaterally restore these rights, this is exactly the kind of strongman mentality that brings us to dangerous politics.
Yep. It's dangerous to say, if I have this position of great authority, I will use that authority, maybe even try to go beyond the traditional bounds of that authority to protect your individual civil rights. No, that is wrong. That's the road to evil politics. That's strongman behavior. No, it's not. I mean, if we're okay with those rights being removed through a proper, representative process, that's worse, I think, than one executive reversing that. It's not authoritarianism to protect the rights of citizens.
Yeah, it's just narrowly, yeah, I understand that the governor can't pass a law to whatever, but
process wise, I get that. Yeah.
Yeah, but then it's just a shitty way to approach it. There's things that there's legal challenges. I'm sure there's a lot of people who are looking into this shit. And you also, as a governor, have a huge platform with which to maybe, shift public opinion, or, he isn't really for anything. If we're just going to talk about mitigating damage and not about repairing damage, then what are we doing?
Yeah,
it's nuts.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So there was a follow-up to that. Somebody later asked a similar question. Becca Mallon, a 31-year-old North Liberty resident, pressed him on the issue, saying she believes a trans ban in sports is based off of fear and discrimination. She asked Sand if he would reconsider. Sand said he's interested in having further discussions about it, but Mallon said she's not sure yet if she'll be able to vote for him. So the question was asked, you said this shit in an interview, and I think that's wrong. Would you reconsider? And his answer was basically I'm not going to tell you anything different tonight. I'm open-minded. I'm listening to people on this.
Yeah. But he had a very clear answer when he was asked by a conservative radio show host.
Yeah. Yeah. A clear yes or no. And it was a no. Yeah. And what I hate about this, I think, is that he presents it as I say some stuff that's not a part of the Democrat orthodoxy or whatever. I'm not just towing the party line on this, but he is. This is Democrat behavior. They're all doing this. This is 100% in line with the Democratic Party's cowardly position on this issue, this retreat from defending a vulnerable population. It's not enlightened fucking independence. It's you're doing exactly what they are because you've made a calculated decision.
Yes. Yeah.
That this is a small number of people and it's not actually going to affect the end result of this election that much. That's what he's doing.
Yep.
And I might not completely alienate the bigots who are animated by this issue, but listen, man, they're going to vote for Randy Feenstra no matter what. If it's you versus Randy Feenstra, and they're most animated by, like, I believe gender affirming care is child abuse, they're not going to vote for you, man.
Yeah. 100%.
This keeps me up at night. This is a quote from the second person who asked him about this at the event. This keeps me up at night because I believe we need public education. I believe we need everything he's speaking about. But do I sign up to campaign for this man? Do I vote for this man knowing that my trans friends, he doesn't believe they should be able to play sports? Trans girls don't want to play sports to dominate their peers. They want to play sports to make friends and build leadership and teamwork. Thank you, Becca, for saying that to the newspaper. Speaking some truth on this issue. Oh, this is great. I have one more quote from the Des Moines Register here that I thought was awesome. They talked to Nicole Christner, who's 42. She said she likes that Sand isn't trying to divide people based on political parties and instead wants to form a community around issues. I think he wants to listen and learn, which is important. Some people listen, and it just kind of falls off into the toilet.
Okay.
What's that, Nicole?
I think Becca was making a lot more coherent points.
Yeah, sometimes if someone's saying something to you and you're listening, you don't really want to hear it. It just goes in one ear and then right out your ass.
Right out your ass.
But I think he's willing to learn. And I think that's one of the most important things that you can hope for in someone representing your area. And I like that a lot.
He's learning.
He's learning. Yeah,
I don't want a governor who's learning. Like, I feel like you should have already learned up before you decided to run for governor, you know?
Yeah, that's another thing.
It's so fucking, I can't believe people fall for this shit.
Obviously the clean water thing is a major concern for anyone running in Iowa right now. Mm-hmm. And he gets asked about that a lot too. He's okay. Here's the problem. Here's the problem. I went to this event and I was like, what are we even going to talk about on the podcast? Because nothing new, no new information.
Yeah, right. This is probably pretty redundant.
He's been running since May, and he has not said anything new. Nothing has changed. No developments. No progress. But I'm listening to everyone. Well, I don't give a shit. You're the one running. But yeah, on the water issue, he was like, we're going to be doing another town hall tour next year, and we'll have a plan then. What are you talking about?
Yeah. I mean, also, like, do you think he's actually getting input from these town halls? Like, that's not the point. Like,
no,
I can't imagine. You're not going to get a single piece of, like, yeah, it's getting your face out there. People who go to these events, sorry, Justin, are not representative of like the voting population as a whole.
I don't object to that at all.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just like, come on, be real.
Yeah, there's another article here from, I don't even know what this is. It's, the Daily Nonpareil. I don't know what this website is, but I was just looking for any reporting on this. Let me give you two brief excerpts, and then I have a quote from someone who attended. Okay. At the town hall, he said faith compels him to side with people pushed aside and promised to use the governor's office, if elected, to set a welcoming tone and to block new culture war measures. So again, he promised to use the governor's office to do that. By the way, the faith thing, so there's this huge fixation of his on like supporting registered independent voters. They should be able to participate in the primaries or whatever. By the way, you can register to a party at the caucus and then register back as independent the next day.
Yeah,
There's
nothing that really prevents. It's like very easy. I know that they've proposed laws to make it harder.
It's a matter of principle, though. I shouldn't have to, or something.
Yeah, yeah. I shouldn't have to fill out a piece of paper with putting my name and it's like so simple. I do it all the time. I'm registered. Yeah. Well, I'm either independent or Democrat at all times, depending on when it's a caucus season or not.
That's the thing. It's also fucking meaningless. I don't care.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I've been registered to pretty much every party you can be registered to in the state of Iowa.
Yeah.
And as an independent. You do it for fun. Just bother the county auditor's office over and over. But anyway, he said his faith compels him. All right. So there's this fixation on we need to champion the independent voters. And then, well, then why are you a Democrat is the obvious follow-up. And he said, I think Jesus was for the little guy, and I think the Democrats are for the little guy. So you are both above all this partisanship, and you also believe that the party you've chosen is the party of the Messiah. How do you put those two ideas together? Isn't that crazy? Okay. Anyway, he promised to use the governor's office to set a welcoming tone. Another excerpt from this article. Here, promises of a pragmatic approach if he becomes governor.
That's like the Jesus thing. That's like the only populist thing that he says, and it has to be framed through religion.
Yeah, the majority religion of the country. Yeah,
that's man.
All right, and then they got some quotes from attendees at this. All right. Sue Clarahan, 67, a dietitian specializing in eating disorders, described herself as an independent tired of both parties. She said Sand's criticism of private school vouchers and his focus on mental health resonated. What I liked about him is he did not promise anything, Clarahan of Coralville said. So, how inspiring.
How inspiring. You can never be disappointed in him failing to deliver on promises because he's not making them.
Never said he'd do anything. He said it's going to be hard. It's going to take work. That's really refreshing. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I thought that should just be contextualized with a couple times he did promise things, but they were incredibly vague things. I also hate the framing. Let me see if this might be what I was looking for here. Yeah. Okay. Here's a tweet that he posted the day after the North Liberty event, which had a screenshot of the Iowa News Now article. Democrats look to Iowa for rural revival in 2026. And Rob said, when people come to our events, they hear me talk about things most candidates wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. What do you think it might be considered like a third rail in Iowa politics that he's willing to talk about?
Ethanol.
Sure. Breaking away from the ethanol industry, moving on past ethanol. Yeah. Anything else? I don't
think that's what he was talking about.
No. Yeah, I guess just like the fact that the dominant industry in the state is funding every political candidate for every office, and their activities are poisoning the environment and giving us cancer, right? He does talk about, the dirty water and the rising cancer rate. I don't believe he mentioned even a single time who might be causing that and how we might solve that problem. He says, we'll have a plan next year when we come around again.
He hasn't learned that yet.
No one's told me what's happening yet. Okay. Yeah, I don't believe that at all. But anyway, the things that other candidates won't touch with a 10-foot pole. The bottom line brokenness of our political system right now. And the idea of actually saying we're going to end the shared monopoly the Democratic and Republican parties have on our choices at the ballot box.
Yeah. Okay. No one has been talking about how fucking broken American politics are for my entire life.
I've never heard a candidate
yeah.
just acknowledge the truth in such a refreshing and direct way that, the political system is broken. Oh my God, he says what we're all thinking. Finally, some truth. Politics is broken. Fuck. I've never heard it put that way. And the the monopoly that the Democratic and Republican parties have on our choices. I'm acknowledging that, and I'm going to fix that by running as a Democrat. Put your wife's dad's money where your mouth is. I think I had another video, but I don't. Does it matter?
Nah.
I don't remember what it is. Let's just see. What did I record?
Hinson so horrifically harassed people when he was the head of the Iowa Finance Authority that $4 million of tax money was used to pay the targets of his harassment. Why are we not going after Dave Jameson's pension? He's going to get paid over $1 million from the state of Iowa. Did any of you do any of that harassment? No. So why are we not holding him accountable? We should be. There's a law literally in the state of Iowa that says we can.
Getting a little into the weeds there, Rob. I don't know.
I was too distracted by the Sandstorm 2025 T-shirt that someone was wearing, which I guess is that every Iowa county that he's visited on this town hall tour.
Yeah, I think it's like a tour. Like if you were
like
in a
he was
cool
in a
rock
band.
Yeah. I do have one more thing to show you. This man asked about the potential changes or dismantling of IPERS, the public retirement fund, you know, and I was standing right behind the guy, and he was wearing a hat that said "Big Boy Support Team" on the back.
Is that a Rob Sand? Is that a Rob Sand hat? He's supporting our big boy.
Yeah, I don't think it had anything to do with Rob, but I don't know what the Big Boy Support Team is. But I support that man in his quest to be able to retire and have a public retirement fund.
Yeah, right. Or is that a Randy Feenstra thing? I mean, our two leading candidates for governor are both big boys.
He's an Oppo plant, yeah. So yeah, that's Rob Sand. I don't think I have much else to say about that. Nothing new happened. Oh yeah, I should mention this. So near the end, there's like the campaign pitch. Like, hey, if you liked what I had to say, maybe you'll consider volunteering for this campaign or sending me some money. You know, the standard thing. But I felt like this was a step too far. You know, the whole time he's trying to make little jokes. You know, for example, there was one. Somebody asked him about how young people can't wait to get out of Iowa, like for a multitude of reasons. But you know, how do we retain a younger demographic? How do we convince young people to stay here and live here and work here and all that? And he had a legitimate answer to that. But he started with, if we elect a governor with a face like this, young people will want to stay here.
Oh. Man, he's just not a funny guy. Like he just does not have the riz.
Yeah. I don't know. There was well, he doesn't want people to know about his former modeling career and stuff, but like that's basically
yeah.
But after the event, I ran into like an old friend who said something to me about how Rob does this like self-deprecating humor.
Yeah.
But no, it was the opposite. It was like a self-aggrandizing humor, which can also be funny, of course. But I don't know. It just didn't hit for me with this guy. But I've been polarized on what I said.
Yeah, we're negatively polarized here.
Yeah. And then, okay, so during the pitch for like volunteers and money, he said, if you've already donated, thank you. Now donate again.
Yeah. I saw some people online complaining that, you know, he has millions of dollars from his family and then millions of dollars he's raised for the fact that he's been fundraising for like 2 years straight. But you still have to pay to get yard signs. Like, you know, like a lot of political campaigns are just like giving them out for free because it's like, basically a political ad, you know, like it's, but no, you have to buy Rob Sand signs directly.
They were giving them away at this event. So
okay.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
We'll give him that.
Yeah, but speaking of the money thing, when he said that thing, thank you, now donate again, I heard over my shoulder in the back corner of the room, somebody yelled, you have $7 million from your family. And I had remained, you know, peaceful throughout the event. But when I heard that, I just had to shout a supportive, yeah. And I found out after the event that it was actually somebody we know was the person who yelled that.
Nice.
So thank you for keeping the truth alive, that he has millions of lords and bucks funding the campaign, and he is making little jokes demanding money from normal people. All right, so that event where nothing important happened took up 44 minutes of conversation. There is one other important elections news piece that came this week. Joni Ernst is officially out. She's done. She's not running for re-election. Let's make this a video-heavy episode. I'll play you a bit of her announcement that she's out. This is a 2.5-minute video. I doubt we'll need to hear that much of it.
My fellow Iowans,
There we go.
serving as your United States Senator is the privilege of a lifetime. From growing up and working on my family's farm in rural southwest Iowa to more than 2 decades of leadership in the U.S. Army Reserves and Iowa Army National Guard, where I deployed in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom. Well, we all are going to die. To my work as Montgomery County Auditor, State Senator, and now as your United States Senator, it has been an honor to dedicate my life to the service of our great state and country. Having been raised in a family who has given me so much...
Okay, I feel like she's looping now.
Yeah.
Didn't she already talk about being raised? And okay, let me skip ahead maybe about a minute, see where it goes here.
Well, we all are going to die.
Oh, I didn't expect her to say that again. Whoa.
Again?
Terry, and the brave men and women who choose to serve. Well, we all are going to die. As a proud Harley rider, well, we all are going to die. You can rest assured,
Those things are
I'm not
dangerous.
slowing down anytime soon.
As a proud Harley rider, you can trust I'm not slowing down anytime soon.
Well, we all are going to die.
We all gotta die someday. Yeah. Okay,
The
so she's
vehicle
very
that you're most likely to die in.
she's very subdued here, very scripted. You know, it seems like somebody else probably worked on that for her, so she didn't get to include any of her seething hatred for her constituents in the announcement video. Yeah, no one's really surprised by this, right?
No.
No.
Well, I mean, it was telegraphed. We already kind of knew about it. She just delayed her announcement.
All right, we knew last week that it was going to happen, right? But now it's official. And immediately when this became official news, Ashley Hinson, U.S. representative from the state of Iowa, announced she will be taking the next step. She will be attempting to replace Joni Ernst in the Senate. She got the endorsement of Donald Trump right away. We can read from his Truth Social here. This is Donald Trump speaking. Congresswoman Ashley Hinson is running for the United States Senate in Iowa, a state I love and won big 3 times in 2016, 2020, and 2024. I know Ashley well, and she is a winner, a loving wife, and proud mother of 2 sons. Random capitalization. Ashley is a wonderful person, has always delivered for Iowa, and will continue doing so in the United States Senate. She is working hard to create jobs, cut taxes, promote products.
That's one of the number one responsibilities of a senator is promoting products.
Promote products and services made in America by our incredible Iowa workers. What products are we making here?
I don't know. John Deere, but they're
Sure, that's true.
but they're laying off people again.
Yeah,
as usual.
The incredible Iowa workers are benefiting from the current status quo. Yeah. Support our great farmers and American agriculture. Champion innovation. Continue to help secure our now very secure southern border. Stop migrant crime, murderers, and other criminals from illegally entering our country. Strengthen our military and veterans. And defend our always under siege Second Amendment. Is the Second Amendment under siege?
Didn't they just float? I saw something that the Trump administration floated banning transgender people from owning guns. So,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's under siege from, the wrong, from the same person who's saying this.
The siege is coming from inside the White House.
The
Is that
NRA
good?
had to put out a statement that was like, we would never approve of banning weapons for anyone,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Wild
Shall
world.
not be infringed unless you are the scapegoat of the week. In which case, you will not have a right to bear arms. Ashley Hinson will be an outstanding senator and has my complete and total endorsement. She will not let you down. And she went on Newsmax. I'm going to play another video for you, Evan.
Oh, wow.
Ashley Hinson.
I'm so blessed today.
Newsmax.
All these lovely videos.
We've got lots of recordings of our favorite subjects talking to us and the news and each other. Okay, she posted this on her own YouTube page, which I get notifications for. So fortunately, I was able to grab this. It's uploaded in 240p, glorious 240p.
I love it.
Does Newsmax broadcast at this low resolution? I don't know.
I mean, a lot of rural people out there with satellite internet probably helps with the bandwidth.
Ashley Hinson's office is equipped with a DVR from 2007.
Yeah, she got the TiVo hooked up.
All right, so here's some stuff she said to Newsmax about her brand new Senate campaign.
Last cycle by 15 points in my seat, and it's because I have continued to focus on Iowa common sense.
Iowa what now? Iowa common sense.
Oh my God.
That's our domain, Ashley.
That's Justin's activation phrase.
We're common sense. We determine Iowa common sense here on Rock Hard Caucus.
I like her Wednesday Addams, her get up there.
Yeah. The white sharp collar all the way buttoned up. That's very Wednesday.
It is about keeping boys out of girls' sports. It's protecting our border. It's lowering taxes and standing up for agriculture and our farmers. And if I think we can continue...
We just need somebody out there to finally stand up for agriculture. Stand up for our farmers. Please. This is why we need a strong Republican Party. No one else is looking out for agriculture in Iowa. That's why Ashley Hinson must win this election. If not, agriculture is doomed.
That process over the whole state, I think Iowans will be with us. When you look at what the left is offering, they want Iowa to look more like the state of California, where they continue to prioritize illegal immigrants and, again, want to inject that woke gender nonsense into our classrooms, right? So,
God. She just sounds like she believes nothing whatsoever. I mean, a lot of politicians do, but it's like, come on. Injecting
woke gender nonsense.
Come on, man.
If you polled the population of Iowa and you said, "Hey, do you want things to look like this, or would you like it to look like beautiful Los Angeles, California?"
Yeah, for real.
I mean, look, I like living here. I like Iowa. I like having seasons and all that stuff. I like even the uglier parts of this state. But when you say, "Oh, these Democrats just want Iowa to look like California," have you seen California?
Yeah,
it's kind of nice.
I think that the contrast is very clear. Democrats have no leader, no message, and low popularity. Republicans are the party of common sense, and that's what I will continue to bring to the table as a working mom in Iowa.
Yeah, Congresswoman, as you and I both know, I mean, I campaigned for you back in 2020 when you were flipping that seat. That was a close race.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, I have no idea.
He's like, "You remember me? Remember me? Remember me? I campaigned with you. Remember? I like you. You like me." Fucking desperate Newsmax, man. She's a married woman, dude. Back off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Her bringing up the... She calls it, of course, boys and girls sports, which is the exact phrase pretty much that Simon Conway said to Rob Sand. We were talking about how, this is what the Democrats top to bottom are doing right now in general, is just retreating, backing away from the issue, not defending trans people. And I was thinking about that, how people like Rob Sand are trying to present this as like, well, it's actually because I'm so thoughtful. I'm such an independent thinker. And I was thinking about how much they've regressed on this since even Joe Biden.
Yeah.
You know, like I hated Joe Biden, but on this issue, he was miles ahead of where the Democrats are right now.
100%.
And Hinson talking about how the Democrats have no leader and no message. Like, she's right. Like,
yeah.
Like, they've retreated so far from the Biden position on civil rights for trans people. They shouldn't have forced him out, man.
Yeah, like, I mean, he's only served one term. He could run again.
Oh man. Yes. Once he beats these like 2 or 3 kinds of cancer he apparently has, he'll be ready to run again.
I mean,
did you know he had cancer?
Yeah, he had like prostate cancer or something.
Yeah, I totally missed that. But he like had a melanoma removed or something. And in the article I read, they mentioned that he's had prostate cancer for months. I totally missed that news.
Yeah. No, I must admit, I watched the Hunter Biden interview and it came up.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently Joe's doing good. He's resting up. But imagine how much stronger he'll be after he beats it. You know, that's the kind of president we need. Someone who's beaten 3 types of cancer at once.
Yeah. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, they say.
True. Oh, he just had surgery to remove skin cancer on his forehead as of 2 days ago.
Yeah. That's the article I'm talking about. I saw an article about that. God. Yeah. But he's fine.
Yeah.
Run it back. Build back better. 2.
Cyborg Joe. We need to build a better Joe.
Yeah. So speaking of the Trump endorsement of Ashley Hinson, I saw this just this morning, like right before we started recording. Our most online state senator, Molly Donahue, regarding the Trump endorsement of Ashley Hinson, said, "When you get an endorsement from somebody who has been named in the Epstein files more times than his age, it is no different than being endorsed by his partner in deception, Maxwell." That would be Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah. I think you got to be a little more specific.
For those who claim to care about children and women who say you're outraged by pedophilia and rape and sex trafficking, don't get to claim that if you're voting for these people. I don't care who's on the list. If they are rich, famous, Democrat, Republican, independent, libertarian, clergy, or the president, etc., they belong in jail for life. And there's a nice little graphic parodying Ashley's proud touting of the presidential endorsement with Ashley Hinson endorsed by Ghislaine Maxwell.
I also like that you included in the screenshot Senator Molly Donahue limited who can comment on this post.
Yep. She does not tolerate trolls.
Right.
You will not be flaming on my page. Boy, we took up a whole hour with just that, huh? Maybe this deserves a mention. So if Hinson's going for Senate, well, who's going to replace her in the House, right? Well, according to Robin Opsahl of the Iowa Capitol Dispatch, 2 Republicans have already announced their intentions to replace Ashley Hinson in the U.S. House, including former U.S. Representative Rod Blum. Remember that dud?
Yeah, vaguely.
Yeah, he got beat by Finkenauer back in 2018 before we'd even started this podcast. Yeah, here we go. In a Facebook post on Tuesday, Blum thanked supporters for encouraging him to launch another run for Congress. How many people do you think he heard from?
Yeah, for real. People are thinking of this guy at all?
He's been out of the game for 8 years. He served, I think, 2 terms in the House.
Yeah.
The outpouring of support has been humbling. It was the honor of my lifetime to represent our district for 4 years, standing squarely with President Trump and backing his America First agenda. Blum wrote, "Stay tuned." All of them, by the way. If you are running as a Republican, you pretty much have to say, I will be in lockstep with Donald Trump 100% of the time. I love him. I will do his bidding. Which
dangerous strongman politics. Let's be real.
No shit. And like to Molly Donahue's point, are you sure? Are you sure you really, really want to tie yourself so fully to this man? Like obvious pedophile Donald Trump. Reminder, our president is a demented pedophile. That's what we're living under right now. And he's declaring war on random cities.
Yeah.
In his own country.
Oh my God. His posts about Chicago are insane.
Yeah.
Disgusting, awful. Fuck.
And you cannot run for anything as a Republican without saying, yes, I support this agenda. I will facilitate this at the federal, state, and local level to my fullest. If you don't say that, you have no shot of winning a Republican primary. Still. In addition to Blum, Iowa Representative Shannon Lundgren also wrote on social media on Tuesday that she's weighing a run for the 2nd District. She's been in the state legislature since 2018, and she wrote that the district must continue to be represented by an America First conservative whose roots run deep in our community. Serving Iowa continues to be a calling, and that's why I'm seriously considering jumping into this congressional race. I endorsed President Trump long before the caucuses, and I'd be with him every day in Congress.
Wow. Such a brave move to endorse Trump before the caucuses, as if he wasn't like leading by like 40 points like the entire fucking campaign.
Well, what she's saying there is basically like, I wasn't one of those fucking DeSantis idiots.
Yeah. Yeah. January 6th, I thought that was great.
Yeah. I liked it. I wish I could have been there. I think she means that literally, though. I'd be with him every day in Congress. That's why these people want to be elected. They want to hang out with him.
They just want to hang out.
Yeah. They want to hang out with... That's what the big boy defense squad is all about. What was it? Big boy support team. They all want to be part of the big boy support team.
Big boy support team.
That's what it's all about. All right. Well, we should probably wrap things up. I got to go to a union meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you. Wish I had a union. Maybe I'll start organizing my workplace.
Yeah. Then you get to have a meeting once a month.
It would be nice.
Well, speaking about organizing, a recent subject on our podcast has been my city of Coralville and their terrible decision to purchase flock cameras, to sign a contract with Flock Safety to get license plate cameras set up. Unclear what the future of that particular issue holds, but I've got 2 local candidates that I don't know how many people in Coralville itself listen to this podcast, but if you do, if you live here, Ryan Swanka is running for mayor. Go to ryanforcoralville.com to find out more about him. And Katie Freeman is running for city council. They have an Instagram account, Freeman4Coralville. That's the number 4, Freeman4Coralville. 2 candidates that I believe in, who I think will change the culture of the kind of autopilot that the Coralville city is running on right now, where the chief of police just signs contracts with awful giant tech companies. No one gives him any questions about it until it's far too late. I don't think that would happen if we had these 2 people in positions of decision-making authority. Ryan Swanka for mayor, Katie Freeman for council. You may hear from them on a future episode in the next couple of months. But here's something more fun. Music, live music. That's more fun than politics.
Much more fun.
Rashadicus, the infamous cello goblin, will be playing a show in Iowa City at Public Space 1 Close House on September 20th, a couple weeks from now. And my duo with Will Yeager, bass and saxophone duo Weapon X, will be opening for that, September 20th. And the week after that, September 27th, Weapon X, my duo with Will Yeager, will also be playing a show at Trumpet Blossom with Filament, which is a jazz trio from New York City. Moscow Puzzles, which is kind of a post-rock guitar and drums duo, which you've heard before on this podcast. We played their music many times. Maybe not many times, but at least once.
I like them.
And Grain Bin Operettas, who is a solo cellist who does some interesting kind of like loopy stuff with an electric cello. That'll be a fun time as well. Trumpet Blossom, September 27th. Love to see you there. If you have any thoughts on any subject matter discussed on today's program, or criticisms of the podcast, or fucking hallucinations you want to tell us about, or...
Do you want us to keep talking about Rob Sand every episode? I don't think we talked about him last time. Maybe briefly.
Look, I try not to, but it's like...
Yeah.
Everything's revolving around him right now.
It is, yeah.
Everyone's talking about him.
Yeah, he's catching on, I'm telling you.
I'm telling you. Anyway, if you want us to shut the hell up about Rob Sand, call us at 319-849-8733 and tell us so. 319-849-8733. We do a series called Rock Hard Call Us. We haven't done an episode in a little bit because we haven't been receiving enough calls, frankly. So if you have something to say, please, 319-849-8733. We'll take anything. I mean, don't say anything bigoted. But if you're listening to this, you're probably cool. So say something cool. And that series, Rock Hard Call Us, is available on our Patreon, patreon.com/rockhardcaucus. If you like the podcast, you'd like to hear more of it while supporting us monetarily, patreon.com/rockhardcaucus is the place to do it. We've released like 180 bonus podcasts on there, so lots of stuff you get in exchange for your dollar. There's a new episode of Speed Freak Read Speak that came out a couple days ago where Tony and I discussed a Sonic the Hedgehog comic book. And there's a new episode of Bay Not Me Slippin' coming out this week where Evan and I talked about, we actually watched some music videos by the band Slipknot with our friend Lorelei. And that is a very funny podcast, in my opinion.
I would say that's a quality podcast. I would definitely recommend it.
Yeah,
it's not often that we recommend our own podcast, but
usually it sucks. But yeah, Lorelei's so effortlessly funny. Told us some great stories about her life. And, we watched 3 Slipknot music videos, one of which is just incredible. You have to see it to believe it. We're gonna close the episode with some music. Right now it is September 7th. In a few days it will be September 11th. It'll be my 35th birthday. And one of our favorite local bands, Boot Camp, on their new album Time's Up, the opening track is called September 11th. So I thought that would be appropriate. Wow. It is the week of September 11th. Here's a song called September 11th by Boot Camp. And by the way, they're having an album release show at Alley Cat in Iowa City on September 21st. So you could probably hear this song live in the near future if you'd like to. September 11th by Boot Camp. And with that, Rock Hard Caucus episode 214 is complete.
Common sense.
Common sense.